Hey everybody. See, my camera's all stalled. Okay, there we go. All right, so one more week left. I mean, well, okay, so one more week till the deadline. I know our last classes have actually passed. But I'm going to give this one more preview here, essentially our last class, which I'll be issuing out on Monday. So we have the rewrite for the feature assignment that's due, and then we have the major assignment will be due on May 8th. Um, the feature summary writer is due on Monday, okay, May 1. So um, I should be seeing some rough drafts coming soon. Please do so. Remember that there's no rewrite on the major assignments. So, people have been sending them to me, and I appreciate that. That's actually worked well. And actually, I demonstrated last week, what to look for. I don't really have anything new more to say, just maybe more reminders than anything as I actually share the screen here. Um, okay. And it's just going a little slow. All right. So just one thing to keep in mind. Didn't really see that so much in this class, but the on the feature assignment, really it's all about um really making sure that you have like good anecdotal detail and that can really make the story engaging and written to be read, as I said before. And the best thing to do, as I said, and I have this example again that's people should be looking at. It's in the feature assignment entry of a story that worked. Kenji Demarest said the recent weather in Jersey has been amazing because of the sunshine. Always puts him in a great mood. He enjoys the hot weather. Notice how most of this is like just all written and paraphrased. There's no um, long quotations or anything like that. That extra are hard to read. You use your own writing here because you have the ability to control that writing. You have the ability to have like shorter sentences, put periods where they need to be placed, that sort of thing. Um, cut down on words, all that stuff. All right. And then, this might be a little bit longer than I'd like, but I can grow vegetables out to 10 outdoor festivals, spend hours in the great outdoors with friends, or unlike the winter where it's constantly dark. Okay, and of course you have your nut graph. Rucker students say, despite the heat waves experiencing, this is probably a summer assignment. They are pleased when the temperature stay below 80 degrees because it allows them to participate in social gatherings. So you have basically a nut graph that has basically kind of stating like whether they like it or not, or they have mixed opinions. And then it's good to maybe come with a nut graph basically saying something along the lines of like, what are they doing about it? Always some sort of solution to the issue. What is about it that makes this significant? Okay, and then you go to back to like your transitions, and then essentially then I'm sorry, your transitions, and then another anecdote. This quote's probably a little long, but and then you kind of follow that typical pattern that we've talked about. Okay, on the major assignment doesn't need like an anecdotal lead like that one. It could be just a straight news lead. um it's from Morgan. Students at Rutgers University, I think I've shown you this before, say they're upset with the housing selection process at Rutgers and that it often feels unfair and hard. It's just basically another story. It's just longer with more people being interviewed. Okay. There's maybe a little bit of background here, but it all blends in together with the idea that they just don't think that the system is fair. Okay. So that's essentially what the theme of the story is. Okay. And then, again, give you some anecdotes, some quotes, kind of transitions. Again, it's just really a longer story with getting more people to talk. So that's another thing to keep in mind with all these ideas that you have, is to make sure that I think on all of them, I said that you should really like stress the reaction part of the story. You may be kind of looking at like some bigger event, but it's the real. But I don't want you to write about necessarily the bigger event. I want you to write about the reaction to the event. And I think in many cases they chose people, maybe students or Jersey residents or whatever, because I know maybe taking this class you might be working from home. I'm not sure. So um, something to remember that about the importance of these last two assignments. Okay. The rubric and grading, and then I put that in the first week. This under the modules, and that these last two assignments actually do count more. Okay, so remember that this is the 70% of your total grade is your writing grade, and then this sixth assignment is the feature assignment, actually counts twice as much as the last assignment, and the major assignment counts 4 times as much as that previous assignment, which actually was a data journalism. But basically, an easier way to look at it is this way: 9.1% of the 70%, 9.1%. These are all the assignments you did all this semester, and the feature assignment is 18.2%. So you really want to make sure you got a good, rewrite here. Okay, don't play around with it. Don't come in late with it late or anything like that. Really concentrate. Ask me for help if you need it. Major assignment, you especially didn't need to ask me for help because I like to see what you got ready to submit to me before you sent to me. It's not a requirement, but you really should because there's no rewrites. That's 36.4% of your of the 70% writing grade. Okay, it's a good chunk of your overall grade. Okay, so remember that. Okay. All right, so that's what I should be really seeing this week. All you need to do, have me look at the major assignment drafts, is to actually just email it to me as an attachment. That's what demonstrated last week, and that's it. Okay. All right. So anyway, that's all I really have to say. I'll film something next week just to basically say goodbye to everybody. But please let me know. Reach out if you need any office hours. We can do Zoom or whatever. All right. Thanks very much, and I'll be talking to you guys.